Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a crypto highlight video. And if you're interested in any of my services, make sure to check out the links in the description below for the Patreon and Discord. Okay, guys, so we're going to be looking at ASTR. This was recommended to me to look at through the crypto highlight room. Make sure if you want me to go over an asset for you, become a member of one of my 3 services. You'll get the info via the Patreon link in the description below. All right, so ASTR. The monthly chart, not too much info, at least on the Binance chart, is the one that I found most information on. Not really a lot here. Obviously, we've had a nice drop, but over the last couple months, these last 3-4 months, we've been slowing down quite a bit. But let's go down to the weekly, see if we can get any more detailed information here. So yeah, I mean, this is actually pretty interesting. So we had a nice drop, and now we're literally going sideways here, right? So like I say in a lot of these videos, the markets are doing one of 3 things. They're either going up, they're going sideways, or they're going down. It's one of those 3 things. Okay, there might be variations of sideways. You know, you'll have bullish and bearish consolidations, you'll have accumulations, distributions. In the end, it's a sideways market most of the time, and then you get into the trend modes, whether it's up or down. Okay, so break the charts down to simplicity. That way it's repeatable and you don't end up guessing on what's going to happen. So right now, markets were going down and now they're going sideways. Simple, right? So let's actually mark this out on the weekly time frame, the levels that we're seeing here. So we have this swing high right here, this high pivot, and we'll make sure these are black lines, correct? Because on the weekly time frame we use the black lines, daily we use red lines, and then monthly we use red lines, and then daily we use blue lines. So, and then for the weekly, let's see, we have this low pivot right here. We may want to, let's make this a little easier. So let's actually do this here. So this is the low wick of the weekly time frame, and then we'll do this low right here, because we're going to grab a little bit of information here, and then we're going to actually use this wick and then this wick right here. Yes, I think that's probably valid. Yeah, it looks good. And then let's actually do a nice blue box here, so we can make clear to ourselves that this is more of like a zone. So we're kind of creating a weekly range structure here, right? So now it's become very clear we're trading within a weekly range structure. And then we have this median line of the range. So you see where we came down and then for weeks held this level, came up, tested what would become the top of the range, and break down, creating the bottom of the range, traded there. And look, when we traded down here, we traded under this level here. So we'll actually go right here because it's grabbing more information. So we traded under this level as well, and then we spiked up, came back down, and now you're oscillating around. So we'll keep that on the chart as well. It'll just be a little easier for us to see. Actually, we'll go up a little bit higher. I want to get more of the candles in here. Yeah, this makes it look good. Okay, now let's go down to the daily, see if there's anything we can see happening on the daily time frame. So daily, clearly just trading in this range. Now you have a couple options. You could definitely, if you're a range trader, this looks absolutely fabulous. I mean, you're just buying the lows, selling the highs, maybe targeting the median line, or looking to target the top side if you're long, target the bottom side if you're short. This is not bad at all. But if you're not a range trader, this is also pretty great. You just have to be patient. You can just wait for one of these zones to break, right? Wait for it to break to the upside or break down. And then, once you break in a direction, the trend is going to be pretty strong in that direction. So this is actually a very lucrative structure if you like it. Now, I also see another trend line here we want to keep our eye on the daily, because if this breaks, then we have, I would say, an early indication. We have early indication that, actually, it's the wrong pivots here, Wes, I'm sorry. Right here. Hold on one second. And I have to change the color here. This one, yes. So from the top of the range to this here. Okay, right there. So I want to grab these wicks, but I also want to grab this wick right here and then bring that down just like that. Okay, so this trend line here on the daily, let's make this red. This one's going to give us an early indication that we may actually see a change, okay, where we're going to come up and actually test the top side of the range once more. All right, and this may actually be enough to give us enough fuel to actually break through this range. We'll have to wait and see. And we're starting a little uptrend here, so right here on the daily. So it's very clear. So another quick line to use if we're going to have a change of character break down from here and maybe test the lows of the range again. So on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, I don't have a trade for you unless you're going to trade the ranges, of course. But this is a great structure to potentially wait for a trending move. You're just going to have to wait for the range to break, or look to trade the range, buy the low, sell the highs, and vice versa. Overall, I'm actually neutral on ASTR. I don't really have a bias at the moment. I'd rather just wait and see. It's in somewhat of a symmetrical triangle when you're connecting it from this high pivot to these high pivots, and grabbing all these wicks, and then using the short-term uptrend on the daily time frame. So right now neutral, but I like its structure. Definitely has enough room to come up and start testing the imbalances up here that it's made from the drop. I mean, we have a couple levels we can see to the top side that we may look to target. We have these bearish fair value gaps like right here. So make that red on the daily. So right there's one, and then we have a big one here that hasn't gotten fully filled right here. And then we also have higher ones up here. So this one right here is also one that I would keep my eye on. So you have some targets to the upside. And if you break to the downside where there's a lot of air, so you pretty much want to get out of the way or make sure you're short if this structure breaks. That's it, everyone. That's all I'm seeing for ASTR. If you like the content, make sure to give me a like, maybe a subscribe, definitely a share if you can, and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with my analysis. Tell me why. And if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. It's free. We have great people in there. And also, if you're interested in any of those services I mentioned before, make sure to check the Patreon link. You get all the details through there. All right, everyone. Remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.